Welcome to Birth to Boardroom. I'm Natalie, and today we're celebrating women who don't wait for permission, don't wait for rescue, and don't wait for someone else to save the day. Because this show is all about women who step into their power and lead with purpose. Before we begin, I want to introduce you to the incredible woman who is behind this movement, and her name is your host, Deb Kowalski. Deb has helped brands stand out, and now she's helping women do the same. As your host of Birth to Boardroom, she brings inspiring conversations with trailblazing women who turned passion into purpose. Deb has helped brands stand out, and now she's helping women to do the same. As your host of Birth to Boardroom, she brings inspiring conversations with trailblazing women who've turned passion into purpose and are changing the game from starter to success. Before we get going, I also want to introduce myself. I'm Natalie, a strategic leader who blends clarity, creativity, and courage. I've spent my career building high-performing teams, transforming experiences, and reinventing brands across global boardrooms, bringing energy and a signature Friday feeling flair. Deb, thank you for bringing me into this series. Over to you.
Thank you, Natalie. Oh my goodness. It's so great to once again have another episode with you, Natalie, and to welcome one of our new guests, Christine Schoendorff, with us. And Natalie, I have to say, you bring so much warmth, heart, and energy to the show, and Birth to Boredom is better because of you. 100%. So today's episode is powerful. It's tender, and it's one every woman, especially mothers, need to hear. Today's guest is someone whose strength shines not through perfection, but through grace, honesty, and resilience. Christine Schoendorff is a devoted educator, a deeply loving mother, and a woman whose journey has been shaped by early loss, silent battles, quiet perseverance, and a fierce faith that has her held through it all. She's a woman who teaches with heart, leads with compassion, and mothers with profound intention. Please welcome the incredible Christine Schoendorff. Christine, welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you on with us. So, Christine, your story is one of courage, compassion, and rising through moments that could have easily broken you. I'm honored to share this space with you today.
Oh, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to be here. So thank you.
So, you've been open about your difficult childhood and the losses you faced early in life. How have these experiences shaped the teacher, the mother, and the woman you are today?
Well, it's definitely shaped me in all those ways. And I guess if we're starting with teacher, one of the things that, as you said, it's no secret that I had a tough upbringing. I had a wonderful mother, but my sister and I, unfortunately, we did live in an abusive home. And one of the things that I realized quickly early on in my education is that I could see some of those signs in my students. And I truly, truly believe that I am a much more empathetic and compassionate teacher. And even when I do know some of our children that are struggling in some homes that might not be as safe or might not be as supportive as others, I feel like I have a special way of just being able to understand and, like I said, empathizing with that situation. And I just really feel like, this is strange to say, but I'm actually very thankful for some of the pain that I've gone through, because it really has helped. And with mothering, it has. With the losses, I've suffered a lot of miscarriages. And I'm so thankful. I am so thankful for everything I have. I'm so thankful that I'm a mom. There were years when I didn't think I would be. So I've been able to live a life of gratitude because of that. And this sounds very cliche, or it sounds like I'm not being sincere, but truly, and you can ask my husband, my friends, even when I was going through pregnancy or those not sleeping during the nights, I didn't take any of that for granted. I embraced it. I just loved every second of it because I was just so thankful. And I think if we don't experience trauma, sometimes we don't appreciate the good and we don't appreciate the joy. So I've been able to live a life of joy even though I've gone through that. And I don't know if that makes sense, but it has really helped me appreciate. And I don't sweat the small stuff. I just don't. And sometimes when I see people getting so upset over things, it could be anything from, they don't have the brand of something at the grocery store that they always have, and they're losing their mind over that. And I just think, wow, they really haven't gone through a lot if that's something that they're upset about. So I'm so thankful every day that I just appreciate life. I appreciate my friends and family and that the life I've been given. So
Yeah, it's all about the attitude, isn't it? And you're such a
yes.
positive person, Christine. You feel it. You feel your energy coming right through.
Loving
Right,
life.
Natalie? She's just,
Absolutely. Loving life, I think, is what you said. I just love life, and that is just absolutely beautiful. So, you touched upon a really tricky experience and a difficult topic already regarding miscarriages. So, many women suffer silently after miscarriages or while balancing work and motherhood. Could you just share what helped you to find your voice and your strength during those really difficult silent struggles?
Yeah, I think for me, I started realizing that I wasn't alone because when you go through things like that, people don't talk about it. And I think they're scared to talk about it. There's a lot of people that don't understand it. And so when I started realizing that my voice was powerful and that when I did open up about it and I did share my struggles and did make it more public, the amount of women that came out of the woodworks that had gone through it that I didn't know was just so powerful. And realizing that I could actually help other women, that was probably what helped me the most. And I think a lot of times people don't know what to say, they don't know what to do. And oftentimes, unfortunately, they say the wrong thing because they don't understand. And unfortunately, unless you've walked that path, you can be understanding, you can be caring, but you truly can't empathize with a woman unless they've been through that. And very hurtful things are usually said surrounding miscarriages. I've had miscarriages before children, I've had miscarriages after children. And even after I had my daughter, and I had miscarriages after that, I had some people that actually said things like, well, at least you have Mallory. And that was like a dagger in the heart because you would never, ever, ever say to someone that had two children, if they lost one in an accident, well, at least you still have your other child. You just want it. And I think there's this, a lot of people don't think of miscarriages as actually losing a child because there some people don't believe they're viable children too. So I think there's just a whole nother, it's just different. And so I think that's where a lot of the uncomfortable conversations come in because of the varying beliefs when you're carrying a child. And so I think just opening up and realizing it is painful and there's so much power in empathy and being with other women that have gone through that, just knowing that you're not alone. So I think for me, that has been the biggest thing. Yeah.
And it's so brave to speak about it, as you said. Most people, most women are probably quite silent about it. Thank goodness you found some courage and some strength to then bravely speak about it, because actually then when you did speak to people and you found almost like I wouldn't say a community, but at least you found some other women that shared similar experiences for you to be able to find some strength from that.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
so, Christine, before the show, I had asked you to write a short love note to your younger self, that young woman who was carrying so much, trying so hard, and didn't yet know how strong she truly was. What would you tell her today?
Well, I would definitely say that your past does not define you. I Okay, sorry. That's harder than I thought. I wish I could tell you that life is going to be easy. It's actually going to be quite difficult at times. However, it is through these struggles that you will learn what true love is, and some of your greatest blessings will come from the tragedies that you face. You are so much more than your scars. Don't ever lose faith because you are going to make such a positive impact on so many lives because of your willingness to be open and transparent. And I guess, oh, that just hits me because I wouldn't have believed that. 20 years ago, there's no way I would have thought that I could have made an impact with, because I just felt so broken growing up, and it's pretty amazing. And this sounds really braggy, but last year I got 31 nominations for Teacher of the Year.
Wow.
And the most that our district had ever gotten.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it was such an aha moment for me, because this is my 30th year, and all I've wanted to ever do is just make a positive impact and not let my past define me. And through my faith and my family, I've been able to do that. So hasn't been easy, but it's been beautiful.
What a journey, Christine. Incredible journey.
Yes. And I'm only halfway there, I feel like. Still more to do.
And what an
You're
impact
so-
you're having on your children. Goodness.
Yeah. You're so beautifully brave, Christine. And we know, Deb, that this is the most emotional part of the show. And we're so thankful for your vulnerability. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Christine, for opening up to us. I know it's a difficult thing to look back and reflect back and write a love note like that to yourself. But like you said, the strides that you've made over the years, it's wonderful.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So let's move on to the next question. Now we've taken a breath.
Thank you for sharing that, Christine. Really.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful.
So you've mentioned that releasing guilt has been a major step towards some balance. So what does that process look like for you, and what advice would you give to women still wrestling with guilt?
Good question.
Well, I think this is a major issue with especially working women. And that's kind of where I'm coming from, because I really believe that I was put on this earth to be a mom and to be a teacher. And it's really hard, because when you want to give your all and do the best at both, you feel like you're constantly, at least I did, I felt like I was constantly letting someone down. How can I give 100% to my students and give 100% to my children? And that was a really hard balance. And I just lived in a circle of guilt. And in the beginning, I was putting more emphasis on my teaching, because I felt like my daughter had this wonderful support system, and we had a loving home, and she was going to be okay, where I had students that didn't have that, and I wanted to be there for them. So I poured everything into that. But then realizing that I was not maybe being the mom I wanted to be. And so I had to just kind of refocus my priorities, honestly, and realizing it's okay to ask for help. It's okay. And so I've learned to ask parents for help, and it's okay. And I found out they love it. And I don't have to be the perfect teacher. I just have to be the present teacher. I don't have to be a perfect mom. I just have to be a present mom. And nobody's perfect. And I think as moms and women, we have the standard we hold ourselves to. And society has put it so high. and we have so much pressure on ourselves. And I've just realized that I've had to give myself grace. And somebody told me years ago, the fact that you're worried about being the best teacher and the best mom tells you you're the best teacher and the best mom.
Wow.
And that is something that I've shared with my own parents that struggle. And I've said that. I said, the fact you're worrying means you care and you want the best. And that's all we can do. Right?
That's right.
And so that has just helped me so much. And I truly don't live in guilt. I know that am I perfect? 100% no, but I know that I'm doing the best that I can. And we just have to give ourselves grace.
I love I'm not perfect, but I'm present. That is so powerful. If there'd be so many things I take away from the podcast, but I'm going to hang on to that one. So thank you
Good
for
one.
sharing. Yeah.
And we're gonna talk about. I want to talk about being present over being perfect. So we all know our world. We're obsessed with Pinterest perfect life, right? How have you learned to value presence and authenticity over perfection as both a teacher and a mom? Being present.
This has actually been probably the biggest thing in my life, is being, and that's why I use that present over perfect. And I think as a teacher, again, kind of going back to what I said before, I realized that I don't have to be at school all day, every day, and I can ask for help. Those type of things has definitely helped. And I would say that the power of saying no has been so powerful because, again, as women, we feel like we have to say yes to everything. Because if we don't, there's something wrong with us or we're not being amicable and those kind of things. But I've learned that when you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else and you don't realize it. And I started realizing that yes, I'll do that. I'll be in that. I'll be involved in that. But I was saying no to my family or saying no to other things that actually were more important. And so I had to learn to prioritize. And that has been the biggest thing. And again, nobody's perfect.
And learn to say no and be okay
Yes,
with it.
and be okay. And it's hard at first. I will be honest. And that guilt is a little bit. But as I started doing it more, I just realized how much lighter I felt. And really, I think we also compare ourselves and we also think, what are other people going to think if I say no? And you know what? For a hot second, there might be a little of, oh, I wonder why they didn't say yes. But guess what? They forget.
They move on.
Nobody
Yeah.
cares. Nobody cares. Everyone moves on. You're the only one that hangs on to that.
We're our worst critics when it comes to that.
Yes.
Really.
100%.
We beat ourselves up and everybody else has already moved on to something else. They're not even thinking about it. You're right.
Yep.
Very true.
So yeah, I definitely, and as a mom too, I've let go of things. I'm not involved in things I used to be because I want to make sure I'm at my son's basketball games, and those are important. And so I think that is just something that I've had to deal with, and I'm so thankful that I have done that, and I have definitely chosen being present over being a perfectionist. And so I think for me that has just almost saved my life, really, at least mentally.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's time for a quick, stronger break. Okay, everyone, let's take a moment together. We're at the halfway point, so whatever you are right now, pause. Take a breath in. And remember, you have the power to create change, to influence the world around you, and to lead with humility, empathy, and intention. This is your reminder to straighten that crown, girlfriend, because you've absolutely got this. Feeling a little more grounded, a little more lifted? Good, because we've only just got started. Back to you, Dan.
So let's talk about supporting women through loss, Christine. Miscarriage is often an unseen grief. What are some meaningful ways friends or colleagues can support a woman walking through that kind of loss?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is just being there. And oftentimes not words, as I mentioned before, and it's really hard because you always want to say something. You always want to make somebody feel better, but sometimes just saying, "Hey, I'm here," and even being honest and saying, "I don't understand. I don't understand what you're going through, but just know I'm here." And that can just be powerful. I know for me, it's one of those things when you're going through that grief and just getting up and doing those things like making a meal is so hard. And I remember those were probably the biggest blessings for me when after my fifth miscarriage, I laid in bed for, I will be honest, probably a week. And I had people just bring meals for my family even because I just didn't have the strength to get up and do that. So just those kind of things is really, really helpful.
Wow.
Sometimes somebody doesn't have, the words to express, and they certainly don't have the answers, right? So, but definitely don't say nothing. At least say, well, I'm here if you need me. That's just incredible. I've got a question, which is in relation to social media and comparison. Social media can amplify feelings of inadequacy. So, how do you keep perspective and protect your mental health in a world full of comparison?
Boy, that's a loaded question.
So this is another really important topic for me, social media. And I'm the first that will say social media is the devil and social media is an angel because it has been so powerful in a positive way for me with connecting and all the good things that you get on there. I love it. But it's the comparison. And I have seen it over time with kids, with parents, the Pinterest birthdays, and everything is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And one of the things that I have done is I've been very transparent on social media to the point where, not that I don't put the positives, I brag about my children, I do those things, but what I'm also known for is I put the ugly and the dirty and I just put it all out there. And one of the things I started doing was behind the scenes of a family vacation. And because all we see is these beautiful vacations that everyone takes, and you do start wondering, like, is there something wrong with my family? Because my kid had a meltdown 4 times at Disney World. And nobody posts about that. And so I started posting the behind the scenes of this is what happens. And I've posted scenes of my dishes piled up with my house a wreck because I wasn't home and it was busy, and just throwing it out there. Hey, this is my life today. And I actually have received more likes, more positive.
Well, because you know what it is that's real life.
Yes.
This is nothing fake about this, right, Christine? You're putting out real life. This is real life. It's not. This is the way it really is, and people resonate with that. Of course,
yes. That's been very important to me. And I don't use the filters. I mean, sometimes I've thought about it. I'd like to look 20 years younger, but I put it out there, and I just want people to know that we all have struggles and we all have baggage, and nobody's perfect, and we all have those moments. And I think it's really, really important to share those and to let people know they're not alone, because it eats away at you. It eats and eats and eats away till you feel like there's something wrong with you, when there isn't. So
you talked about the ugly, right? Being able to show the ugly. And I think the ugly is relatable. And to your point, Deb, it's absolutely about being authentic.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
And that is going to resonate. So I think that's incredibly brave again to do that. The fifth meltdown while on holiday.
Now I want to zero in on your social media channels, Christine. You've encouraged me. We have to show our dirty dishes photos.
Yeah.
Everybody has them. I mean, everyone's got, stuff around that you just shove in a cupboard.
Yes. Yes. That drawer,
I'm guilty of it. I post positive things all the time on my Facebook page. And there's times when it's not so positive. Life is not positive every minute of the day. There's a lot of struggles. There's a lot of stress. There's things going on. Busy household with kids, and you're trying to make it work. And so there's all of that you don't see on social media. People don't share. So kudos to you, Christine. That's fantastic. I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, there are just days when you don't want to turn up, right? I mean, it's difficult when you are a mom and you've got your job and you have to present a version of yourself, but it is also okay to not be okay.
Yes.
100%.
Okay.
So, go ahead,
Deb.
Kelly. You're up. You got a question.
I was like, is it me or is it you?
We love dancing back and forth with the questions.
I think it's me. Yep. So, Christine, your faith and your family seem to be the heart of your resilience, and that clearly comes across. Mm-hmm. So how have they helped you navigate both the challenges and the joys of your journey?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. My faith probably is the most important thing to me. And it has been instilled in me since I was a little girl. And my mom instilled that in me, and my sister. And it has just been the driving force. And I have been blessed to know at a young age, even, I remember going through things and just praying and just not knowing what to do and where to go, and just feeling a sense of peace and knowing that it was going to be okay. And as time went on, I would see my pain turn into purpose, and I would see those struggles I went through end up actually be blessings. And I knew that it was going to be okay. And so it's just helped me move forward. And even to the point of my sister and I, we used to think it was odd, but my sister and I, my mom used to pray for our future husbands because, of course, she did not have that. She did not have a good relationship and was married to an abusive man. And she did not want that for my sister and I, and would pray every night And he has blessed us with the most amazing men. Anybody that knows my sister's husband or my husband will tell you they are just angels on earth. And he is incredible, compassionate, kind. He puts other people before himself. He puts his family before himself. Just incredible. And so I just know that prayer works for me in my life. It's just really shaped me. And I'm just so thankful for that because it's given me peace that nothing else could have given me. Not that I haven't struggled, not that I haven't cried. My life's not perfect. I've had bad things and we're never promised that. We're never promised easy, but I have been able to have peace and I've been able to have joy. Like, just my middle name is Joy and it's perfect because I love life and I'm just so full of joy. And I really believe it comes from my faith. And my family is just incredible. I have the best kids. And again, my daughter, and it's a whole nother topic, but she's gone through a lot. But she has shown me she is the same way. She's been suicidal and she's had a lot of challenges, but she also is out there helping people. Her mission is to help others that's been through what she's been through. And so to see that has been beautiful. So yeah,
Well, she's got a great role model, Christine.
Well, thank you.
Very much.
So yeah, I'm very thankful for my faith and my family and what I've been given.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, Christine, I want to thank you so much for not only your vulnerability, your honesty, and your unwavering strength. Your story is going to touch so many women who need to hear that they're not alone. I'm excited to hear the rest of your journey, your forthcoming life years now, and how things are progressing for you. You being a mom and how you've been able to, with these struggles, parent well with your children, learning from those struggles. But not only your children as their parent, but also you as a teacher and your students. You understand when a child is struggling. You get it because you've lived it. It's so incredible, your power there and how you've driven through all of that, those struggles, and made it come out the other end successfully because now you can mentor your kids as a parent and your students. And I think that's incredibly wonderful.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Honestly, I don't know much more that I can say beyond what Deb has said, but this has been such an incredible conversation, Christine. Like, genuinely, thank you for reminding us that the strongest women are often the quiet fighters.
Yep.
Right. And that healing and joy being your middle name, which is just so perfect for you, and resilience can exist in the same story.
I want to say thank you so much for grounding us and lifting us and filling this space with heart.
Incredible conversation, a powerful reminder of what happens when women step into their voice, their influence, and their full potential. Every woman listening today carries that same strength within her. To our listeners, thank you for joining us for another episode of Birth to Boardroom. Keep rising, keep leading, and keep showing the world what's possible when women back themselves. And before you go, share this episode and invite others into our global community of empowered women. Don't forget to visit www.birthtoboardroom.com and join the movement.